Isn't that an eerie scene? Good evening, everyone, and welcome. It is day 186 of our Icelandic volcano eruptions, or lack of eruptions at the moment. First off, I have to say, hey, hang on here, guys. If you take a look at your chat box, it says top chat or live chat. That means you're watching the actual stream as it is in progress. If you are seeing top chat replay up there in that top of that chat box, or live chat replay, you know that you are indeed watching the recording afterwards, which is not interactive. Okay, I've had a few more people try, and it just doesn't quite work that way. Just so you guys understand, if it's a replay, you can no longer make comments in the chat box. You can, however, make comments underneath, and just like any other regular video, it is not interactive as the chat box is, just so you understand that. So if you say just the word hi, it really doesn't mean a lot and has no content. I try to answer some of those questions, or some of those people that are leaving comments. I try to go in and take care of that, but simple little comments like just saying hi. I mean, I do appreciate the greeting and hi back, but yeah, a little bit more content would be nice. Anyway, guys, girls, day 186, we are actually watching video from 1459 earlier today, and right now that is a very ominous look from our volcano, and yeah, approximately 2 p.m. local time there exactly. And that looks very, very spooky. You know, the fact that camera's shaking so hard tells us there was a lot of, a lot of wind blowing, and it was really moving a lot of that cloud material across there, as well as the rain, and creating this fog that is floating along on top of the lava. And I thought that was kind of neat and interesting, and thought I'd share that with you guys. Although I do have something that I want to throw in here, and now that we have 100 people in the channel, welcome everyone, by the way, and hopefully you're liking the scary view that you've got on the screen. Anyway, I did want to throw something at you guys, and no, not lava or pots and pans or anything like that, but I have to kind of throw this out, and because the possibility is there that our Icelandic volcano will eventually stop, okay? And I kind of want to rename instead of calling it the Icelandic volcano stream or volcano eruptions, I just want to remove the word Icelandic and just call it volcano eruptions in general, because I think there are other ones that can be active, you know, during current times, and while this one is laying low, if you know what I'm saying. And I kind of just want to, you know, venture out and do a little bit more, not just view this particular volcano. So I think probably most of you would agree with that. I would still put my first priorities towards our lovely volcano here in Fagradalsfjall. In the Geldingadarleir valleys, of course, and it would still be definitely on the forefront. So, how about volcano hotspots? We can maybe think about that one, but I want to stick with volcano eruptions. So I'm sure most of you will agree with this, and I'm not trying to take any allegiance away from this beautiful volcano, since it was the very first one that I actually covered and did my thing with it, and did enjoy every last little bit of it, right? And we want to continue to do more. How about volcanoes today? Yeah, we could do something like that. I maybe should write some of these things down. Oh, yeah, volcanoes today is not a bad one. Doesn't sound as eruptive as some other things. I love the Iceland volcano, but I'm good with all lava. Okay, Silicone Avatar says that. Good idea, Doc, or Dr. Fox. We have a special place in our hearts for Nar, but there's a whole lot going on elsewhere, and that is exactly it. And I mean, seriously, Ragnar has given us some very nice views. Just want to kind of share a few of them with you. And I think, though, it would be, I think, good for us to expand, if you know what I'm saying. And Dr. Volcano. I don't know if I want to go that far to becoming a doctor of volcano, but I think it's pretty cool. Volcanoes live neither means they're live or in real live time. Yeah, we could do that, something like that. Very interesting. The Lavally stream. Maria, yeah, we can call it the Lavally stream. I don't know if that is too biting. But we'll consider it. This is a Lavally stream too, right? So it's all good, guys, and don't want to take anything away from what we have here, and it's given us some very, very beautiful sights. So I can't really complain. Bobby Lachabawa, good evening. Glad to have you on board. Anyway, I should say hi to a few of you guys, and we'll talk about this a little bit more. So I just see Piggy just popped in the house, as well as Jason Slater, Frosty username. Welcome, you guys. Piggy, hope you're doing all right. Sharon Price also there, as well as Amy Crook, Loot Mule, Johnny Gonzalez. Okay, got it. Johnny, welcome. And of course, Bobby already mentioned. Jay Donaldson also here. Patty Henderson. I got Piggy already. Frosty username. And Tony Perkins. Sandra Rockland. Maria is in here. Birdie Num is in here. I like that name, Birdie Num. Nancy Buchanan also in the house, as well as Christian. Rebecca Patterson, Liz Markman Moyler, Stephen Lawson, Annie, Patty Henderson, Robert Dowdy, Juliet is back as well, Ez is in the house, Carol Peacock, welcome back, Lava Lover, welcome as well. Oh, I hear crickets. Hang on. I have something for that. Where is it? I gotta find it real quick. Hang on. Tell me if you guys hear that once I... There. I did it. I'm communicating now. I had to do that. I had to get the crickets. Anyway, welcome. Silicone Avatar also in the house. Let's see, who else did I miss? Going through here. Tracy Bills, welcome. Rishi Cup, welcome back. Catherine Fall, I think I got Daily Clayton. I don't know if I got you yet, but welcome. Sherry Lawson. It's a great idea. We'll keep watching. Okay, excellent. Thank you. Lava Lover, Duchess of Elements, Sharon Stewart. I got Jay Donaldson already. And a lot of good people. Russell Jr. in here. I'm just sliding up real fast here. Sue Hayes, welcome. Cheryl also back. Dennis Ray, Roberto, welcome you guys. Glad to have you back on board. Anyway, I'm just playing a slideshow there with a few of the pictures that I had grabbed. I didn't load that many in there yet. I want to load some more. Anyway, I'm going through Peggy Norman. Welcome. Let's see, who else? Duchess, I got Joseph Astier. Welcome. Rayola is also in the house. Harold is back. Aaron also back. Doug Christopher, number 12. Yay. Yeah, we know that. I seen that on a piece of paper somewhere. Robert Frary, welcome. Diona, Fred, let's see, Michelle, welcome all you guys. Marbecco also here, Chuckster is here. As I think I might have mentioned you already. Anyway, a lot of good people, and it looks like Einstein was first today. He made it. And Flo was number 2 according to what's in my list here. Now, just to let you know, it doesn't always happen that way. My list versus somebody else's list. Actually, what you see on your channel is slightly different than what happens in the studio. So I'm not sure. I think even the studio might be delayed by a few seconds. Other people that popped in, like Ronnie Rhino, welcome back. Ron of Virginia, Yaris, Ducky, welcome you guys. Epic Racing also back. Full Circle Florida, good to have all you guys on board. And I'm just not sure what to do with our volcano here. I did want to take that off of the slideshow for a minute. And this is all pictures of course, of our Ragnarok doing its thing. And I'm going to be adding a whole bunch more to that slideshow. And there's some really neat ones. I was trying to get the ones that don't have labels or days on there, but I may include those as well. So we'll have a whole bunch of things. But lately I've been taking, if I get good shots, I will take a shot without a date on it and that kind of thing. You know, where it says day whatever 59 or something. I've been doing the extra shots here and hoping that it'll keep everybody happy. Because they're nice looking pictures, some of them. Volcanoes today or volcanoes now? Interesting, Kevin Haynes. Good considerations there. Yes, Jed just mentioned the latest 3D map is now available. So if you type in 3D, you will get the link, and it is updated. So it is going to the new 3D map, and we can have a look at that shortly. First, I wanted to go to our rumblechart, and you can also type that word in, rumblechart, and that will bring up the both the rumble chart and the drum chart links. Sherry Lawson just did the 3D one there, so now you guys can see that's the link to the latest one. Anyway, as I was saying with the rumble chart here, that one again, it's you type in the word rumble chart, and it will bring up the links for both the rumble chart and the drum chart for here. So we'll kind of point where things are happening or not happening, and unfortunately we are headed downward, and I'm going to change colors here, and you can see that it's dropped again. I was watching it earlier. I thought, oh yay, we're going to get an eruption, and it got there, and then and now what's interesting is this is right at the line. So right in here, it should have actually started cooking. So we might have had some lava in the cone, but I did not see anything come out. Well, you couldn't see. That's part of the problem. Okay, Jed is asking Dr. Funks, are there any comparable sites, support sites at La Palma with maps, rumble charts, webcams, data, etc.? No, not that I know of. But Jed, I am going to qualify that with there are a lot of observatories there. Okay, and on board most observatories, they usually have some kind of Earth movement detection. At least in a few of the ones that I know of, like the Isaac Newton, they have special gizmos there that tells them about how things are shaking. So whether that data is available publicly or whether I have to go snooping for links from some friends is yet to be seen, but we will see what we can do. And that is, you bring up a very good point, because there's a lot of data that we would like to see as well. Tania Ellison, welcome, and for those who haven't or weren't here and didn't hear, Tania Ellison was our draw winner, as well as Loot Mule, and I haven't packed it up yet, Tania. I haven't had time, but I've got packing material for it. So we're getting there. We're getting there. And I will have those out by the end of the week. So there's not a problem there. And then, of course, we'll see how they go. Anyway, rumble chart on the screen. You see it. It's not happy, and I'm not happy. Quick peek at the new 3D map. And let's me get onto it there and zoom out a little bit. Now they changed the shape or outlying area a little bit with it and included some extra material. Ooh, I'm not seeing my mouse. I gotta fix that. Show my mouse on that one. Yeah, so there. We didn't have this area before, and I'm wondering if they're including it, anticipating that there may be lava spillage there. And I noticed they went up a little higher here, and they got a little bit of it anyway. So when we do zoom in, we can see our crater, of course. And here's that spill point where everything was flowing out right beside Theater Hill. That's Theater Hill here, and the one we nicknamed Ant Hill. And of course, Geldingadarler is the valley itself. up to about that point. Then it becomes upper Meridalier over here, and we refer to that as the saddle in between. So you definitely can see that we did have a lot of material come out. Mary Martin, I've seen the chart for La Palmas on Volcano Discovery. Okay. Yeah, there's, thank you, Mary, sorry, and we will definitely look on into that. Anyway, they did get a nice, whoa, a little too quick on the zoom there, a nice shot of where that lava was erupting from, and also the flow down the valley, and that was pretty awesome to see. Of course, the biggest concern as of late was they were thinking it was, whoa, going to breach over here at this point, but it had not. And of course, that was the Trail A, and they closed it for a while. So, but that is very interesting, that, you know, it didn't pile up as much there. My main concern was the amount that piled up in this area, and there was quite a bit. And if we tilt this thing a little bit, it should show us a better view of what was up the hill. Well, maybe not quite as good as I thought it would be. Okay, but you can see this area is mounted up very highly, a lot higher than the areas around it, and that's actually spread out a bunch, right? So pretty cool. Let's see, Mocha, hello Dr. Fox, lava lovers. Hi, El Confidential. Hey, okay, the story about the Canary Islands and their volcano. Okay, in Spanish, El Confidencial. Okay, all right, you're trying to teach me to speak Spanish. Oh boy, we'll work on that. We'll work on it. I'm still trying to say Cumbra Vieja properly. Cumbra Vieja. If I said that correctly. Anyway, thanks, and we'll look into that. Okay, looking at this though, it's pretty cool. We can see some of the material that's actually in there. They did also expand back in here, which is nice, so we can see exactly where things have gone. So again, if you want to peruse this on your own, you're more than welcome to grab that link. You just need to type in 3D, and away you go. By the way, they did capture the other new parking lot over here, and I did park in that one once, and they unfortunately don't have the other parking lots that are over here. And the most famous berm down here, of course, is the one right at the very end of Madhagi, and this is the high spot where they built the berm. And I don't know if they built it up anymore, but it definitely is still there. And what I was kind of looking at was the area there that new lava had pushed in, and some of this is the new stuff here. Then we had a secondary flow over top of it again, right? So it's not really gone too far, because this was fairly cooled already. So it's going to be interesting. It's going to need a few more pushes to get it right over and through that valley, continuous pushes. So really, really good. Hugh Blackbird also in the house. Good to have you back. Quora, Anna, good night. Good night. Take care, and be good. And hopefully we want to get to some lava though. Everybody wants to look at the volcano. This was earlier today, down at the berm, what we just talked about. And of course the view right now from the ridge cam is this. You know that you're looking over towards the berm and the fall area. You can see the tower lights in the background there flashing, which is pretty cool. And I do believe this area over here that you can see the lights at, I do believe that is where the Blue Lagoon is. So that should be pretty cool. William Kershaw also popped in, I see. Kunkel as well. Good evening, Maui Me, 120. That's cool. Robbie, welcome as well. The lava side chat. Ejection junction. Eruption junction. Interesting. I'll have to consider some of those. So yeah, for those people who are just joining in and have popped in here and are kind of wondering what we're talking about, is because of the quietness of Ragnar, we were thinking about doing a little bit more action with looking at other volcanoes that are presently erupting, like Cumbra Vieja. I'll get it out. Cumbra Vieja. So, and that is, of course, in La Palma. And it is pretty cool to see. And, of course, this is literally a fire fountain. And pretty cool to see. We can chat on our a little. Absolutely, Maui Me. Like I said, I want to keep it as first and foremost about Ragnar, because of course for me that was the first streaming that I did with any kind of volcano, and to me that's a keepsake. Okay, and so I'm sure Nar won't mind, says Ducky. Now, if we could pipe this fire into Nar, I think this would be pretty cool. So yeah, what you're actually seeing is a live of Cumbre Vieja, and it is continuing to erupt. It is not quite as violent as what it was yesterday or when it first started erupting, although it is still pouring out a lot of lava. It has done a lot of damage, and it is actually, pretty neat to see. I feel sorry for all those people that lost their homes and things. Some lands that were destroyed, like just watching some of the videos, from last night or very early this morning. Just horrible stuff that happens there. Where can we get a live feed? Well, this particular one that I'm watching here is a live feed. As far as finding who's going to be live continuously, I do not know. I'm going to see, hang on here. Yeah, this feed will actually change. So I'm going to see what it does. So hopefully it will work for now. I've seen it. Afar has 2 live streams up. Yeah, I had the other one up to, the other one switched out a lot to, it's actually a news channel that switched out a lot to other stations, and I think this one here is centered on the volcano more so. So it is pretty cool. Seismic lookup is IGN.es. Let me bring that one up. I want to see if that works. IGN.es, and we'll see if that works. Okay, and that brings it up. Let's see what we got. Okay, we'll have to find the charts on that one, but I'm gonna copy that and we will paste it in here. So this is where the info is, and you guys can have a look at that. La Palma developed a slide spot a few hours ago. A side spout. Oh, okay. Interesting, a side spout. We are having fun watching Lavely Day. Yes. And that was the whole idea. I figured, okay, there's got to be some lava that we can look at somewhere. And there is indeed. So, how come that's, yeah. Anyway, it's all good for right now. Okay. Okay, let's try to keep it in English. I no entiendo español. Okay, inglés por favor. There we go. Okay, guys and girls. Anyway, I'm gonna leave it up here. Let it do its thing. I do have a fairly sore throat today. Vulcan's prerogative? I don't know. Vulcan's prerogative. Live long and prosper. Muy bien. Are there tremors in Iceland? We can touch on that. Actually, let me go take a little bit of a break, guys. And then Einstein, we'll go back to that. I will see if I can get that map loaded up. I did have to update my computer here, so a lot of my maps and open windows disappeared. So I have to reload them one by one very carefully. And yes, we will have a look for some tremors. So, well, tremors as well as earthquakes on both. But you can always get the earthquake map for Iceland by typing in the word earthquake, and that's the easiest way to do it. Oh, hang on, why am I not typing? Let's try that again. Okay, so when you do that, it does its things. And no, there's no worms in there, DJ. Sorry. And welcome. William, Pepsi time. Yes, it is. Before Piggy catches me and she's, or bop. Yeah, I seen that. I knew it was coming. I'm going. I'll leave it here, you guys, and be good. And keep smiling, and we will definitely load up the not seismic, the earthquakes for Iceland. So don't go away, guys. I will be back in about 5-6 minutes, and I'm your host, DrFox2000. And if you like what you're seeing so far, don't forget to hit that like button, and maybe subscribe if you haven't done so yet. I'll be back. Well, guys and girls, I'm back, and love the sound. I'm glad everybody's got their sound turned up. Ready to bop. Piggy's gonna jump out of her chair. Oh boy. Anyway, guys and girls, I'm back. I'm your host, DrFox2000. We are watching what you see on the screen, Cumbre Vieja, La Palma, Canary Islands. So, she sure is a spitter. You betcha, Jan. It is. Sherry Lawson jumped out of her seat. Uh-oh. I think this time Piggy was expecting it. I don't hear crickets. Oh no. I love it. What? Yeah, you don't want to hear crickets. This is your lava fix for today. And don't know how to fix it any other way. Anyway, guys and girls, oh, the crickets were saying behave. Ah, thank you for translating, Piggy. And all good. Anyway, as I mentioned earlier on the stream today, what we wanted to do, because of Ragnar's inactivity, wanted to branch out with a few more different volcanoes if we can, when there is live action, like what we're seeing here at Cumbre Vieja. And it is really, really interesting to see some of these things happen. Leo Carlson also popped in. Clark Hall, Chari Pino, welcome. Mummy of Hamsters. We didn't hear any hamsters yet, but that might be coming. Do we know how high this volcano is shooting lava? No, not yet. I'm trying to find out more information as we speak. I was messing around trying to get things going. And there is a lot of stuff to learn about this one. And one of the things about these fire fountains is they go for a little while and then they die out. So maybe a week or two or something, and it can die out very quickly, and it can lay dormant for the next 3, 4, 5, 600 years. Who knows? Kunkel says 1,000 feet, 300 meters. So that's quite a size already. I haven't looked at the actual map to see where it started. The scientists said there has been up as high, 600 meters. Horizon says. Scientists said that they are as high as up to 600 meters. And that could have been very, very possible when it first started there, because it was really shooting up quite a distance. And it was very, very noticeable. So it is very interesting. Anyway, for those people who don't know where this is, it's out in the water. Well, it's not out in the water. It's actually on La Palma Island, which is part of the Canary Islands, which is off the northwest coast of Africa. If you kind of go a little bit head west and a little bit to the south from Morocco, you'll end up in the island chains there, and you can probably see it at night very easily. That is one big candle. So awesome to see. And of course we do enjoy that, and of course we have some sound too, which is pretty cool, from the volcano. Didn't have that before, and pretty interesting. So very cool to see. I'm frozen. I'm dozing off. Juliet, don't doze off. going to find my bed. Say bye, see ya, Juliet. Get some sleep and be Morocco. Yeah, Morocco. Anyway, good night, Juliet, and happy or lavely dreams. That's what we should say. No wakey. Let her sleep. Was an explosion. Yeah, it's popping, and definitely noticed that. I should watch it on the other screen here. That's a little better. Okay, I have kind of through the screen when I'm watching it on the little one there. It's hard to see what the action actually is, and I have it on the other monitor, but I don't watch that one that much. So try to keep my nose in front of what I need to. Coffee, please. No, Pepsi is better. Robin Taylor, I'm not going to get any sound from the volcano. You're not getting any sound? Are you guys not hearing it? There should be some sound coming through. At least I think there is. I hope you guys are hearing it. Let's see. I had both eyes done. Okay, no, that doesn't tell me if you heard it. Okay, one fish 26. I hear it. Okay. Robin Taylor says no. Okay. James Donnelly says he hears it. Okay. Did your voting go? Piggy, it didn't go the way I wanted it to. I think this election was foolish and it cost the Canadian taxpayers $650 million plus. Anyway, somebody's saying no, they can't hear it. I hear the volcano, Sharon says. Okay. It's kind of quiet, hissing in the background. All right, well, I mean, I can crank it up a little bit. Okay, if some of the pops and stuff that are going, if you want. Okay, you heard it for a second, then it went away. I'm wondering if I'd turn that up a little bit more. Yeah, I just don't want it too loud. So, yeah, if I crank it up, then it's gonna have problems. I hear it gushing. Cool. Wow. Height. Yes, Tim Buckingham. Absolutely. It is absolutely fantastic to see that this the chunks of the tephra coming out. Their physical size is huge. It's huge. Now coming through loud and clear. Okay, Jed, good. Yeah, I cranked it up a little bit. Not too high, but a little bit. That way you can hear some of the whooshing and stuff. Yeah. Yeah, that's good. Still want to hear you. Okay. Maria. Of course, you want to hear my lovely voice. The soliloquies of DrFox2000. Melodious soliloquies. Just for fun. Just turned off whatever to listen to you. Mark, welcome. CJAD800. Okay. Well, you didn't want to listen to those guys anyway. They're media corruption there or something. I'm kidding. I don't know what they're like, so I can't really say anything. Did Ragnar sound like that? Actually, yes. At times, Ragnar did indeed rumble like that, and it was actually very ominous when some of those were actually lower level. You could hear it a little bit better, like lower octaves as well, and it is pretty interesting. Are there any maps of lava flow now? Of this one, not yet. Not that I have found. It is way too early. I haven't even got a decent aerial shot of the area yet, and that's something I'm working on. So we will see what happens in the near future, and if this thing persists, of course we want to capture it and share it with you guys. And just to let you know, yeah, these streams are not monetized, so we shouldn't get into any trouble for re-showing monetized stuff. Vulcan's hammer. Flow traveled 700 meters an hour is what Loot Mule just reported. Okay, so that's pretty quick. 700 meters in 1 hour. That's almost a kilometer in an hour, or 2/3 anyway. That's pretty good. Major says, Dr. Fountains of lava reaching heights of up to 5,000 feet, nearly twice that of the Dubai Burj Khalifa, the world's tallest skyscraper, National Geographic said. Wow, okay. And pretty interesting. Didn't know that it was that high when it first shot out, but I don't think it's quite that high right now. I think it's simmered down a bunch since yesterday. Yesterday it was shooting out at a very high rate. Guten Tag will go where the lava is. Yeah, the problem is by the time he gets over there, this thing may be over, and then he'll miss the good stuff back home, you know. I heard 600 meters. Yeah, I'm not sure how high. I haven't seen any official reports, so it's going to be interesting. Wow, that's a big woof. And there they show the lava field. They zoomed out a little bit, and they show some of the town right around it. Actually, those are homes. All those lights that you seen there, those were homes. So that's pretty interesting. He said it could be there in 24 hours. Oh, well, if he gets there in 24 hours, I hope he gets some good shots, because, man, I wouldn't want to be flying my drone through that. I know about lava that moves at 60 kilometers per hour. Kunkel, you're absolutely right. Some of the pyroclastic flows that come down off of hills sometimes move very quickly. We can take a look back at something like Mount St. Helens as an example. When those flows came off of there, that wasn't doing no 700 meters an hour. That was more like 700 kilometers an hour. So it was pretty nasty. Yeah, 500 miles an hour. Exactly, Dalen. And that was moving. So that it all depends on what it is. Mind you, that was more of an explosive volcano in that sense when it blew, rather than what this is. This is more of a fire fountain, if you want to call it that. But that is certainly a very good descriptor for it. And yes, for those listening, it is amazing, fascinating, tantalizing, interesting, and something, whatever. It's beautiful. Anyway, I just figured I'd throw that in there. If rock falls for 4 seconds and hits the ground 70 meters. Okay, yeah, 70 meters, that's about right. And going pretty good. Is this a Stromboli type eruption? I haven't classified it or tried to figure out exactly what it is, but it is certainly a fire fountain, and you know, all that tephra it's throwing off, some of those chunks. What do they call them? Like, hang on, we had names for some of those things. Let's see if I can find my names real quick here. So, yeah, they're either lapilli or cinders, medium-sized rocks formed from solidified lava. Basaltic cinders is kind of what the gesture is that comes out of there, but these aren't just cinders. These are literally chunks of lava being ejected, and you know, they do turn into cinders once they get on down to the ground, I think. But you look at how high some of that stuff is just flying out of there, and I wouldn't want to be anywhere near it. Dr. Fox, it can be both of volcano terms. It's too early to tell. And I do agree with that, Dinkle Storm Chaser. It is indeed a little early. They are taking 11 to 15 seconds to fall. That's over 700 meters. Wow. From way up top there. Holy mackerel. They're still going up off the screen. So, you know, this is it's a tremendous eruption. It really, really is. There's no panic here in New England. I doubt the majority of the population even knows about the eruption. Never a potential what? Yeah, no potential tsunami. If there is an issue of a tsunami, and again, I'm not one to try to be a hate monger or anything like that, but they have had rumors of, okay, what if this thing breaks? What if the island breaks partially and on the west side there where it is, and causes you know, a slippage or whatever, and that could indeed create some type of a tidal wave coming across the ocean over to North America. It would be directed away from Africa and Europe because of the way it is. But, you know, like, again, you know, hypothetically speaking, could it happen? Yes. Will it happen? Maybe in eons down the road, maybe tomorrow. It's like anything else. We really don't know at this point in time. It would be a guess at best, you know, if one was to say that. And I don't like to stir up things to have people shaking in their boots, right? This is not what we want to be doing. I mean, this is bad enough for the people who live here in La Palma, that, you know, they have to get out of the way of this thing. And I certainly hope for the best for those people. You know, hope that they have proper insurances and things like that and can rebuild somewhere else. It'd be really good if that was the scenario. They worry about the landsliding because a tsunami. Okay, but it's not going to happen. Yeah, Russell, it's one of those things. You know, we don't want to get into that. I mean, there is a possibility, but then again, there's also a possibility of a 747 crashing onto your house. Okay, although I think it's somewhat slim. You know, it can happen, but is it going to? I'm gonna sleep comfortably tonight, knowing that probably not. You know, so interesting that two Atlantic volcanoes are going at once. Yeah, it is actually. It is kind of an interesting fact. Pepsi time. Uh-oh. I've been told it's Pepsi time. Okay, guys and girls, I am going to actually, before I cut away from this, let's get back to our things. I did say I was going to bring up the earthquake map for Iceland, and I want to stick to my word. Yes, Piggy, I will go in a minute or so, and I just wanted to bring this up real quick. And of course, we are down here somewhere, so if we zoom in and get to our area, actually our area is actually over here. Where are we here? Here. Okay, and we don't see anything new. The spots that we do see are still older green ones here, so they're a few days back, 5-6 days. It's interesting. The big swarm that we had up top seems to have disappeared, or is it all sitting underneath this one big large one? So not as much happening there. I do see a nice bright red one right here, and red of course means recent, and it was a 0.9 on the 21st, of course, today. So at 1450, so just about 1500, that would make it like 6, 7, 8 hours ago or something like that. So that's interesting that we had a little guy there. Going further out into the water, of course, we don't see any there. And let's see, what else should we check? We should maybe zoom out. We'll go over to Astia, and actually, here's some fresh activity here. This is fairly new, this one. 1.8, and again, yes, it happened at 1313 today. So very interesting to see that. And that is underneath the ice. And then, of course, we go out here to Astia, and it's had a very recent one here as well. And that was at 8:30 a.m. and 1.3. So we do have some activity going on in the areas, and I wouldn't count any of these out yet. You know, people are saying, well, are these going to finally blow or not? Again, this one was 3:40 a.m. 0.6. So there is activity, just not that much, right? And it's going to be interesting, but if Astia does anything, it will be really cool to see. And hopefully it will give us something to look at. So, and of course it's not in any very populated areas, so I don't think it will affect too much if it does go, depending on how high it shoots up. So again, that's something that you know, it may affect air traffic, that kind of thing. Anyway, back to our little realm, and Nathagi Valley here. Our volcano is about here, and that'll give you a pretty good idea. And Maridalia down on the bottom, Geldingadalur is here, so that gives you a pretty good idea of where we are, and we don't see any activity in that general vicinity. So I did say I was going to look at it, and now I will return you to the other one, and there it is. They're showing it shooting up higher yet, I guess. And I will leave it there. I am going to go take that break, since I'm already 4 minutes overdue, or 5 minutes, and otherwise I'm going to get snub bopped. All right, guys, girls, be good. You may notice Arizona Snowman is not here, which is okay. He is out back home in PA, checking on his house and making sure things are progressing there with repairs and so on. Anyway, if you do like what you're seeing on the screen, please do hit that like button. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, consider doing that, and hit that bell notification. That way you will be getting more Lavally streams in the future. And the other little tidbit of today, of course, was although we want to remain loyal to Iceland with its volcanoes, we do also want to show people action and what's happening around the world. So Cumbra Vieja in La Palma was going off, and I decided it's time to show some of that. So just one other little comment, and I know people mean really well. Dinkle Storm Chaser, you just put on there, please subscribe. When you make a comment like that, please subscribe or please give it a thumbs up. What happens is it forces me to release or hide that particular comment, and I think the bot does quite a bit of it on its own as far as telling people to subscribe and things. So I don't want to overdo it, but I do understand, you know, you're trying to help out, and I appreciate it. It's just, it causes me a lot more work, and I prefer if people didn't do that. You can put a thumbs up there, just don't say please subscribe and that kind of thing. It just throws me in into turmoil. Sherry Lawson, are you having tremors, or do you want to if you want to bring up the tremor chart, it's rumblechart is what you type in. And I'm going for the break because I'm going to get bopped. I'll be back in like yeah, thanks Dinkle Storm Chaser, glad you understand. You know, I do appreciate your thoughts. So all right guys, I will be back in 5 minutes. Don't go away, and yeah, keep guessing at how high that is. I'm curious. I'll be back. Otherwise, Piggy will get scared. Okay, I'm gonna raise my voice now. Okay. I'll talk louder now. Piggy knows I'm back. Eek! The voice is back. All right, guys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, and all you others, welcome. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000. We are watching our lovely Cumbra Vieja, which means high plateau, is actually what they kind of define it as. Just so you guys have it. And yeah, we're trying to be good here. Greetings from Australia, where we just had a 5.8 earthquake at Mount Buller in Victoria. Oh, Vivian, I hope everything is okay there. That's a pretty big earthquake, 5.8 in Australia at Mount Buller in Victoria. Very good evening, morning, and let's see. Trying to read some of these messages real quick. Things got moving real fast. Welcome back. All kinds of yeah. Let's see. The lava reached the ocean yet? Cumbra. No, not that I know of. Not yet. And I think it will, if it continues to do what it's doing, it will not take that long. I have yet to see flow maps. And if it is indeed traveling at the speeds that they're saying, 700 meters per hour, it won't take that lava long to get to the ocean. What a joy you are. Okay, well, thank you, Patty Henderson. Solar Wizzo, hey all, this has apparently turned into the Canary Island Volcano Watch. Not as boring as Iceland, question mark. We should always be aware that people lost their homes now. Yes, Solar Wizzo, we are well aware of it, that many people have lost their homes. And fortunately, I have not heard of anyone perishing yet. So, very thankful for that. And all right, Denny, thank you. Vieja, who knew? Yeah. Oh, hi. Yeah, that's yeah. Viejo versus Vieja. So interesting. 120 meters an hour, I heard, said Omar. Other people were saying 700 meters an hour in some places. So still, whether it's traveling at 100 or 700, it's not going to take very long to get where it's going, because that is a very good speed. And you know, like I said before, I don't have any maps as of yet, because I don't know the terrain, and I was trying to search out maps yesterday and early this morning, couldn't find anything yet. I'm sure there will be some coming in the very near future. So I should change my name to Robert Viejo Vieja, Old Top. Okay, there you go. Let's see, what else we got going here? I missed what you said, Alvaro. I was kind of interested in that. Anyway, let's see, Google Maps, DrFox2000. Okay, yeah, for those who don't quite understand or know where this is, yeah, I will bring up Google Maps shortly here. And what is that sound? The volcano is making weird noises. Okay, I'm not sure what that was about. I could swear I heard crickets. That wasn't supposed to happen. Okay, we'll see if we can get Google Maps back up there. I had to kind of kill everything off here. Let's see if it actually kept it. No, it didn't. All right, I'm gonna go back to Google Maps here, and we'll see if we can bring that up so I can show you where it's located anyway, and that'll give you a pretty good idea of what's going on there. What the heck is going on here? Google Maps has changed stuff. I don't want to try things now. I want Google Maps. I don't want about. Come on, Google. I'm happy you changed things, but I want a map. There we go. We'll get it. Get us into the right part of the world here shortly, and then we can give you a better idea where we are and where things are. Let's move that over to there, and then I can show you some of this as soon as I get back on here. So, any lava in Iceland yet? No, Krathor, nothing, unfortunately. And the chart is going down again. So, Mark, Randy / McNeely, Doctor. Okay, Rad. McNeely. Okay. Not sure what that's referring to, Mark. But anyway, I'm kind of doing things here, so I'm trying to get Google Maps going. My attention is on that. Give me a second, guys. And this will give you a little bit better vantage point of where we are. And just bear with me for a few seconds. And we will get this loaded up, I hope. Add a source. Okay, we'll get some of that big pond material in here. And we'll show this Google Map area. Anyway, it should be pretty good with my map. It shouldn't be too out of shape. Okay, so we'll bring that live, and just make sure I know where I'm at. Okay, so if we zoom out a little bit, there you can see Morocco over here where the pointer is, Western Sahara. Strait of Gibraltar is right up in here, of course, and if we slide over, there's Spain and there's Portugal. Now, the Canary Islands, they do belong to Spain, their possession thereof, and this is the Canary Islands, the group right here, and as you can see, Canaries. Okay, and it has some interesting islands. The one we're looking at is this guy over here, La Palma, and if we keep them right in the middle and zoom in, they will show where the eruption actually is, and that's where it lives, and it is quite a distance from the ocean. If that little marker down there is 1 kilometer, so let's just see if we can do a little bit of let's see. Well, I want to try something. Measurements here, if I can get it. Never mind that, that's not going to work. And hide that. Okay, we'll see from here. Oh, why is this doing this? I want to measure things, not see the information. Well, maybe have to measure from outside the circle. And go to probably here somewhere. Well, I guess maybe directions, or no, where's distance? Measure distance from here to here. So yeah, it's about 5.5 kilometers from the ocean, roughly 5 and a little bit. So that kind of gives you an idea where or how far it has to go. And we know that some of this area has been decimated here. So I don't know exactly what the deal is with it, but that gives you a pretty good idea where on the island it is. And of course, up on the top end of the island here, this is where the observatories are. And you have the Isaac Newton Observatory up on that top end. And of course, that's something that I am familiar with. And I knew of many eons ago, but yeah, the whole area up here is, if we actually switch to, there we go, switch to our satellite view. Oh, hang on, I'm moving the wrong screen, guys, sorry. We zoom in a little bit here. There's our observatories. So you can see them there. And interesting to see. Pretty cool. So at least they're a little distance away from our volcano. And here, this will give you a little bit better concept or idea of what's going on. So of course, the volcano in this area, the flow is heading outward in these directions, into the these, I guess, acreages is what they are in that area. And I'm sure that it will head into these farm areas as well. And you notice there's a few other old cones there that they're probably going to be going around, that kind of thing. So really interesting to see. And I don't want to get in too much to this, but a lot of homes have been destroyed, and I don't know what all will be destroyed as it continues to go. So hopefully everything will be good. Anyway, let's see if I can find the mouse and put it back to our volcano. And there it is, guys. And I'm looking at the clock, and before Piggy tells me I have to take another break, I'm going to bring it up myself. Anyway, for those who haven't hit that like button yet, please do consider doing that if you like what you're seeing. Also, if you haven't subscribed yet, you might want to consider doing that as well if I've earned your subscription. And yeah, Piggy's watching what I'm saying. No worries, guys. Just wanted to say the new things, because typically we're calling this the Icelandic Volcano Eruptions Day 160 or 86, my apologies, because it's not doing anything. We're looking at other volcanoes, and I just wanted to remark on what's going on here with this, just so you guys understand. I'm not running away from Iceland in that sense, but right now with Ragnar not doing anything, I think this is a much better sight and sounds. So we like doing that. Anyway, Kananaskis country also in the channel. So Mark, from, yeah, don't worry, as of last night I was thinking I should. Okay, flow, yeah, lavally volcanoes. Well, we'll keep working on that. Siggy's lava workers have dug too far. Yes, APF Deluxe, they actually hopped down one of those old lava tubes and went all the way to the Canary Islands. And they said something about there was female lava workers there as well as palm trees. So I don't know if either are correct, but I'm gonna leave it on here. I'm gonna go for that break. Keep smiling, you guys. Be nice. Don't hurt anybody. Don't play in the lava. That stuff. If you get too close and you get hit by one of those clumps, you be a goner. Okay. Anyway, volcanic earth or lavally volcanoes. We'll put that down on the consideration list. I may just keep it simple and call it the live volcanoes, or no, volcanoes live or something. You know, maybe. Anyway, I'm going to take that break. I'll be back in about 5 minutes, guys. Don't go away. That's scary, you guys. Holy, those banging noises. My God. Oh, terrible, terrible. Oh, did I scare anybody? I hope not. You were already listening to gunshot sounds, so I figured I'd just pop back on here. Ron, Virginia says, someone need to scare Piggy. Love you like a sister you are. You get... Uh-oh. I see 5 snout pops. I'm in trouble now. I'm in trouble now. Oh, too much fun. Yes, I know. I said it. There we go. Anyway, looking at this is just, it's an awesome sight. It really is. The only thing that bothers me is there are a lot of homes in the way as the lava goes downhill, of course. And it is one of those things that you can't win when nature comes along. You can prepare for it, but it is what it is. So, unfortunately, you know. Anyway, I'm your host, DrFox2000, and apparently I am about, what was it? It was 7,800 and some kilometers away from this one. Unlike the 5,000 kilometers from Iceland, from Ragnar Rock. So, she glared at me, Dr. Fox. Dr. Fox's fault. Oh boy. What causes the bangs? It's the pressure releasing. It's coming up in bubbles as the material moves through. It forms larger gaseous bubbles. It is at high speed, and once it hits the open atmosphere, it propels outward. Sounds like a boom or a shotgun sound, or depending on how quickly that material is moving. This is what they classify as a what was it? A fire fire fountain, I guess is probably the best thing that you can describe it as. Kind of a medium-sized thing. So, Piggy, at least no presents. Yeah. Oh. Okay. One should have what? One should have not built so many houses on the and settlements. I know how endangered that area is, and you know what, APF Deluxe. Unfortunately, it's no different than people building their homes in floodplains, and you know, at the time the thought of volcanoes going off is not really in their mind so much, but it is interesting. Mark LaBarbecue also popped in, as well as Don Arnold, Kevin Haynes, Elsie White, let's see, Ellis Wright, my apologies, Mac O'Neill also here. Welcome all of you guys, glad to see you on board. Craig Thor, welcome as well. Flo, yeah, just reading some of the Piggy comments, all good. And of course C&D popped in there, and if he is one of the mods that is around, so behave. He's a nice guy too, so he's not a replacement for Arizona Snowman, but he just happened to pop in, which is really good of him. And Fire Lava NATO, Echo the Bot. It is definitely a fire fountain, so very cool to see. It's just we're not too keen on all the destruction that this one is causing in the area. And there's really not much, other than everybody get out of the way that you can really do with this. So it is one of those things. Okay, now somebody had mentioned that something about the thing breaking off again. I missed who actually said that, but not trying to harp, and you had the wrong coast. This would be the east coast of the United States if it did happen, and I don't think it would. I don't think it's going to happen that quickly. As we mentioned before, there is a chance, but then again, there's also a chance that a 747 lands on your house. Although that is very, very slim. So that's kind of how we have to look at that. The possibility is there, so you can't discount it, but you also have to understand that it's probably not going to happen for a long time. It may not happen at all, and it depends on how things happen in the future. So yeah, and of course, I hate to say it, but media really loves to crank it up and say, hey, the whole La Palma is going to tip over and fall into the ocean and be gone, and we'll have this massive tidal wave heading for the United States and all those places, and that's what sells, right? And we're not trying to sell anything here. What we're trying to do is use some common sense when we're looking at this, and realizing that, yeah, it could have some detrimental effect to the landscape there. We could in fact have something break off. Whether it does or not because of this event is yet to be determined. So yeah, no clickbait. Exactly. This isn't clickbait. This is what it is. We want to be as real about it as possible. No, Rusty Bolts, it's no worries. And yeah, I think it was you that mentioned it. So sorry, is far more likely it is, if it is not an if, but a when. And again, the if and when part is also subject to interpretation. If down the road it does happen, it may be within our lifetimes, it may not be. That's the whole thing. It's the same as me saying a 747 will eventually land, or, well, let me rephrase that, as an aircraft will eventually crash onto where your house is, but it may be 20 million years in the future. Okay? We don't know. And it's all subject to all the little elements that all fall play. So we have to take it with a grain of salt, in a way, right? I mean, hey, it could happen tomorrow. All of a sudden, poof, we get mayhem everywhere, and that would not be good, but it could happen. But the likelihood, is in my opinion, maybe a little too exaggerated, and it's just like they said that all the Hawaiian islands were going to sink. That kind of stuff, and eventually they will. 6 or 8 million years from now, Oahu is going to be almost over in Russia. So it is one of those things, similar to a hurricane surge. Interesting. Let's see what else we got. Barbarian in the house, welcome. And let's see, we got Solar Wizzo is here, of course. Who else? Leo Carlson, we got you earlier there. So, who else did I miss? I missed a couple other people here. I got Annie. I got you earlier. Just going back through here. No, I don't see any new ones that I missed. But if I did miss you, didn't call your name out, don't be ashamed or anything like that. You are more than welcome to be here, and we have a very good group of lava lovers in the channel. Some very smart people who have been watching volcanoes for years and years and years, and it is pretty cool. Doc, it's too low. If it was to the main ridge, it would be danger for the island. Ah, okay, so it's too low down, so the hot spots on the side. Karen also in here, is the lava only coming out of one vent now? I don't know if it is, Karen. That is actually a good question. All we can see is one primary vent right now. Yesterday it looked like 7 or 8 multiple vents. Today it looks like a lot less. So I think some of that pressure has been released, and it is now using its primary vent to do its dirty work. I have several documentaries of underwater footage of that shelf from 10 years ago. It is for real. Okay, no doubt, Rusty Bolts, no doubt. It's just, when is it going to happen, right? Maria says, Dr. Fox, when did the other vents turn off? That was a natural progression, and we noticed that even last night. Out of, I think there was 7 when I seen it originally, and it was down to 3 last night. And then all of a sudden we ended up with only 2 going. And yes, there was the one that was that started up afterwards, kind of, if I can draw on it, let's see if I can do this and kind of show where that was yesterday. That was somewhere over here. That's kind of a hill over here, and it was somewhere in that area anyway, and that went for a while. So was pretty interesting to see that. Pretty cool. So it did stop as well, though, or at least we cannot see it right now. It's not putting anything out, and majority of what is coming out of the primary vent. So when are you going to La Palma to get more souvenirs and lava to give away? Well, let's just say the finances have to improve, or I have to win the lottery. And I don't know how expensive it is over there. Probably, being an island nation, it's probably very costly as well. So those are things a guy's got to take into consideration. For the time being, no, I'm not planning to go over there. Dr. Fox, this is like Mount Etna, where the vents can pop open anywhere on the mountain. Ah, okay, very cool. Yay, crayons! Yes, that was the first crayons on the screen, and that was just to show where the other vent was. And yesterday there were multiple vents, so pretty cool. 60 million tonight at Lotto Max. Mark, I've got my ticket. Okay. And 6 $1 million draws as well. So maybe I'll get one of those. I'll be happy with a $1 million draw. Good stuff, guys. It's a very touristy island, sandy. That's all, I guess, all they would have there. Halted was pretty funny the other night. Tom Cruise up at the names of the volcano, looking for alien. Okay. Yeah. I don't think they want to be looking for aliens around there. That might be too. Yeah, Mark says, come and get me when you win. Yeah, sure. I'll fly over there in my private jet, and then we can boogie on over. I'll let you be my Sherpa. How far? What? How far to the airport? Actually, I think the airport is on the other side of the island. Let me see if I still have that Google screen. Yeah, I have it open. Let's go over there for a second and actually investigate that. And that was here. So if we go, I think the airport was over here somewhere. And let's see. So, yeah, there's Santa Cruz. Yeah, here's the airport. Aeroport de La Palma. Yeah, it looks like it could handle a big jet, or if I win the lottery, a private jet. So that's actually pretty cool. I don't know if there's any other airports there. I don't think there was. I didn't see anything else. Interesting little hills of volcanic material, and it's kind of neat to be able to actually go and Google this. So pretty cool, guys. And you know, you see there's other volcanoes right around there too, all kinds of them, and definitely a volcanic island. So pretty cool. Let's go back to it, and there it is. Okay, so let me get back to my stream here. Only one airport, according to the bushcraft beat. The Canary Islands are popular with British tourists, especially Tenerife. Okay, so that's over on the other island. Tenerife is, let me go back there for a second, if I can find that, wherever I had it. Right here. Yeah, so our island is there, and Tenerife is this long one here. Now there's also some observatories on Tenerife, and they're located at this end somewhere, and here is the bigger airport that they've got. So it's pretty cool, guys, and that kind of gives you a little bit more of a overview of all of them. And I'm sure some of these little atolls have airports too, but I'm not going to worry about that right now. Anyway, looks pretty cool. So that's the Canary Islands, of course, and they are off the coast of Morocco, northern Africa. Western Sahara, I guess, is pretty close as well. So pretty cool. And Spain, of course, is the country that runs that area. And here's our Strait of Gibraltar, as well as Portugal and the Mediterranean. So, or at least the entry to it. Anyway, let's get back over to the volcano and look at that some more. Let's see. There we go. Okay. Grundle asks or says hello. Welcome, Grundle. Glad to have you on board. Charles Flitz. This volcano has some gas emissions. I am sure it's got a ton of gas emissions. Something is definitely accelerating that material, and as the material gets shot up, of course, the gases are expanding, and this is what is providing a lot of that propulsion. So it definitely has lots of gas. Maria asks, so many people from Nordic countries have their homes on Tenerife and Palma because it's cheap and warm. Okay. Interesting. In comparison to some of the Nordic countries, I can understand that, because there is definitely a cost involved in importing foods and into a snowier climate than you would be looking at, say, to some place that's got a little bit more on the palm tree side. Interesting. Okay, are there more volcanoes in the chain of the Canary Islands? I don't know yet, Mark, and we'll definitely be looking at it. Let's see, Jed said, okay, the airport on Tenerife was the site of the worst accident in aviation history, one 747 running into another in 1977. Oh, that's not good. I hope they fix that problem up. Lisa Wiemert says 8,000 to 10,500 tons of SO2 per day. So, yeah, that's tons per day. Yeah, that's a lot of gas. Definitely. So, as that would answer your question, is it giving some gas? Absolutely. It is shooting off like crazy, you guys. So, it is doing what it needs to do. Anyway, we've come to our 2-hour mark of our stream today, and I'm hoping you've enjoyed what I've put on today. And as of tomorrow, we will rename the stream. It will no longer be entitled Icelandic Volcano Eruption Live Stream. I'm going to just be calling it volcano streams for now, volcano live streams, something like that, till I get set with what I really want to call it. We are still going to, because our heart is in Iceland, we will make sure that we cover everything that happens there, and you know, if we have good eruptions and so on, we will continue to give you guys a little bit of that. And we do want to cover more volcanoes, so especially if one is not doing so good, looking at another is definitely yeah, end of an era, bittersweet, Dr. Fox. In a way, we are at the end of an era, and moving on a little bit, and I think it needs to be done, because the future, of course, we know for a fact that Ragnarok is not going to go on forever, but we will certainly see what it will do in the future. So Dr. Fox's lava community, that sounds lavely. How about Dr. Fox worldwide volcano search? I'm not searching, no. We'll think about it. I gotta ponder it yet. I'll come up. We've got some good suggestions here tonight, and I'll the Bacon Beacon. Going south, says the Bacon Beacon. That's pretty interesting. And oh, guess what? Oh dear. We'll have to get rid of that problem. That's not a problem. We don't have problems. and that problem was removed. Okay, so since we are ending anyway, I'm not too worried about it. Before I go though, I will play through and make sure. I know everybody's got their fill of lava tonight, but I do want to just slide through this one more time. And you know, this is Ragnar Rock and the lava from it, and we will not forget any of this. And it is really cool to see. You know, there are memories here for all of us who have been watching Ragnarok, or the entire system, since day one or before. And it is beautiful to see what happened there. And hopefully we will see some more eruptions. Right now, it's kind of being a little bit up and down. Oh, mummy of hamsters. Nope, Dr. Fox, I believe Ragnarok will rise again. I have faith still. Hope for 6 years of Ragnar. Well, we will certainly continue to cover it if it does that. Oh, mummy of hamsters. And I'm just glad that we have the memories that we do from it. And it is what is super duper chat full of volcano buffs. Denny, you better believe it. We've all been around for a while, and we really love having people join us. You know, we do enjoy having the kind like people pop in and make comments and do what they need to do. Hey, Arizona Snowman, how are you doing? We're just getting ready to shut down, so everything is good, and showing a few little pictures here before I take off, and kind of remind everyone that our hearts are still with Ragnar Rock, and we will definitely be doing what we need to do. So thank you everyone for being here tonight, and I hope to see all of you tomorrow. And on that friendly note, make sure you tell your loved ones you love them tonight, for tomorrow is never promised. I'm your host, DrFox2000. Good night, everyone, and we'll see you tomorrow.